Hi everyone and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Chanel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you. So this is a look at your relationship, situationship, whatever you call it. This is a reading that takes a look at you and your person. Because I have been doing my monthly readings more kind of around you, being that you really can only control yourself. But I'd like to have a reading every month where I'm able to look at the energy for you and your person. And so that is what we're doing. This reading is intended for air signs, so Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you're watching for an air sign, just reverse the roles because it will feel as though I'm speaking to you about your air sign. Let me just take a look at what is going on with you and your person. So for those of you who are in a connection with an air sign or you are an air sign, I feel like you're in a space of limbo. It probably feels like at this time nothing is happening. And I feel like that's because you stopped putting in the effort in regards to this connection. And because of that, it's like everything has ceased. Kind of frustrating because it's showing you how much work you actually put into making this go this whole time. And I feel like you're in a period of really reflecting about like, wow, so if I would have stopped putting in work all this time ago, would this have even lasted as long as it did? There's an energy of having waited for your person to show up, to choose you. And I feel like you have loved a lot in regards to this person. For some of you, this person is married. For others of you, this person may have children elsewhere. There's something that they're being very stubborn about. So that could be leaving a connection or committing to you. This person seems to feel like they have obligations that either dictate the way that they move forward in their life or the way that they move on from the situation that they're in. And that's external to you. Because the way that you're showing up in your reading, you've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. So it's the energy of feeling as though there's something in the way. There's something in the middle of your connection. Whereas your person is coming in with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So this is interesting because I feel like there's been kind of this cold war going on between the two of you lately. But I also feel like this person has been so stubborn. Like they weren't willing to budge. They felt how they felt. And it was more the idea of like, you need to get with the program. This is just how things are. You need to play your role in my life, right? And so it's very much been the energy of you showing up for this person in the way that they needed. But it doesn't look like they are showing up for you in the way that you need. So what's changing about this situation, I feel like, is there some real clarity here. Somebody is or has been or, is currently, doesn't matter because I feel like this is kind of a cycle. But this person has a habit of making really bad decisions. It's like as soon as they let their guard down or give you some kind of hope, it feels like they very quickly move away from you with no explanation. And this is somebody who I feel like has a tendency to treat you as though you're not on the same team or like you're working against them. This is someone who's like very hyper vigilant. You may feel as though this person holds you accountable for things in a really weird way is what I'm seeing here. It's almost like they put everything on you. Any disappointments they've experienced, any disappointments they have with their spouse or whoever this other energy is that I'm seeing here, they take it out on you. And you're not the one to blame because you've just been showing up for this person, right? I feel like now that you've stopped putting the effort into this situation, this person is having to really take a look at their behavior. There's an energy here of reflecting and thinking to themselves like, wow, my air sign just tried to love me. My air sign wasn't the reason why I was feeling the way I was feeling. I put a lot on my air sign that I shouldn't have. It wasn't for them to have to deal with, right? So this person, I feel like, is starting to realize that they put their guard up against you rather than the people in their lives that they really should have been trying to shut out, right? I think for you, air signs, with what I'm seeing here, it's kind of hard because this isn't being communicated at this time, but you're in a space of wanting to do something else. I'm seeing a lot of self-care. I'm seeing like a lot of healing. I think you feel like this person really owes you an apology. And I feel like if they could confess off the record, they would agree with you. You know, this is someone who is starting to see like the problem here has been me. You know, I've been holding on to situations that should have been done for a very long time. So that could be the marriage that I saw for those of you who are dealing with someone in a relationship, or that could just be an old way of life or an idea that it seems like this person keeps thrusting in between the two of you every time there's progress to be made, right? Or there's some sort of discussion about where this is going. Now, as I'm looking into your energy for this connection, I'm going to pull a card to see what is being worked on here with Spirit. Okay, so here's the thing. Queen of Wands upright, King of Wands reversed. There was one person that just was not ready, you know, and I feel like that's because they didn't want to take the action that was necessary to be able to move the situation forward. The person that you're dealing with also was so wrapped up in their past, is what this looks like, that they couldn't see what they had with you. You know, it's like there was the energy of somebody being so nonchalant about your connection. Maybe you felt like this person always compared you to a partner that they were with or to their ex. They didn't see you for who you really were. You get what I mean? I think that this person has a really weird way of romanticizing situations that are not really that romantic. Because this person like romanticizes the things that they don't have anymore, or like the things that are not good for them. And it's almost like you were fighting this losing battle, where there was always this competition between you and this person's spouse or their other half, or whatever it was they were like trying to do here, because there's such an energy of them having like the best opportunity, right? But for whatever reason, they just weren't, you know, even aware. I feel like this person was so focused on their own disappointments in life. You know, this could be someone who's incredibly stubborn. I feel like this is somebody who, it's not even that they want what they want, you know, like if you feel like, oh, they want to be with this person over here, they want to be with their ex. It's not even that. It's that this person has issues with feeling like a failure. So rather than them having the awareness to be able to look at life and people as seasons, like, well, maybe this was only meant to be, you know, the person I was with in my 30s, or maybe this was only meant to be the person that I had children by, but not that I spend the rest of my life with. It's like they'll literally beat a dead horse. You know, it's this person, they take it as like a personal attack because they don't seem to understand the way that the universe works. You know, not everything is forever. And instead of this person having the ability to see that, I feel like they just would rather keep waiting for that spark to come back, for that whatever, you know, because they don't want to walk away. They don't want to give up. What's weird is I think that maybe you don't realize, because of the way this person behaves in regards to like if they're in a different connection than you, it's not great. The person that it seems like they're doing all this work to be with or to deal with, that person has left. That person checked out. They don't give a damn about this relationship. They have either spoken on wanting a divorce, or this is an ex that's like probably with a whole nother person. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody else is in that situation is trying to rehash that or relive that, but the person you're dealing with. So it's almost like, I don't know if this person suffers from obsessive compulsive disorder. It's like they had a vision of how things were supposed to end, and if they walk away from whatever this is, they're not the hero. That's not the ending to the story that they've written in their mind. But with the Judgment in the reverse, it's like your story in your mind has nothing to do with the story that you wrote for yourself before you got here, and I feel like for your person, it very, very deeply contrasts what they've decided for themselves before this incarnation versus what they think they're supposed to be doing, As I'm looking at your situation, I am seeing that there's an opportunity because what you're moving towards is the Ace of Wands, King of Wands reversed, and your bridging energy for this on your end is the Four of Wands. For your person, it's the Empress. So for some of you, your person is working really hard to stay in this situation, even though they're realizing that you weren't to blame for their behavior, right? It's like, okay, how can I renew my situation? And I feel like that's super frustrating for you because that's what you've been seeing. That's why you're not dealing with them or you're not communicating with them. For you, I feel like you're moving into a new space of being very decisive about what you want. It looks as though there's an opportunity that's being extended. It looks as though there's someone being rejected, in regards to this connection. Because I feel like the person that you're dealing with, they are starting to see your value, but they still have this hang up where it's like they have to go after what they don't want to prove to themselves that they are the hero, the winner, the whatever, instead of just letting it go. I feel like somebody is fighting change. It could be dealing with someone who doesn't like change. What I'm seeing here is that there's an energy of this person very slowly taking the emotional steps to be ready to move towards you. So this is someone who's like having conversations with themselves like, what if I left my wife and I had to move to a new house? How would that make me feel? Okay. It's like they're not just looking at you. They're looking at the changes that being with you entails. Would I have to buy a new car because I share a car with my husband? Those kinds of things. This person is like, what would I have to give up if I were available to my air sign? Because they're starting to realize that the problem is them. They're starting to realize that you're not dealing with it anymore. And they're seeing that they can't have it both ways. It's like they would have to completely change who they are for this to work, right? And so they're trying to figure out what all that entails. What would that look like? Is that a new career? Is that a new way of life? Is that a new location? This person, I feel like, is taking their sweet time. There's something that they want to show you that they've been working on. And I feel like it could make you very happy. But with this King of Wands in the reverse, I'm very curious to know if this is this person giving up their old way of life because they want something new and they see it doesn't serve them anymore. Or if this is them offering you something that you end up rejecting because it's not in alignment with who you are anymore. And I think it's probably 50-50 because some of you are just so over this that it's like, I'm good. I do feel like this could very possibly be a twin flame dynamic with what I'm seeing here. And I do feel like this person has been in a karmic situation for a very long time. I'm seeing two very strong commitments here where this divine masculine sees the potential in your relationship and knows or is beginning to understand that you were brought into his or her life simply to get them to move away from situations that were not in their highest good. But this is, for some reason, a very big pill for this person to swallow. So this is what you're looking at in regards to your connection. I'm going to extend this and I'm going to take a look more into this person's energy because I'm really curious what this is, this Ace of Wands that it seems like will be presented to you. Is it something that you actually even want? You know what I mean? I feel like at this time, the universe was trying to jar this person out of their, slumber, apparently, because it doesn't seem like they've maybe this is just someone who's been heartbroken and they don't want to get up and do life anymore, like do love anymore. But I feel like you extended yourself to this person so much. I want to see what's left, like what's left for you to even do in this connection. And what will this person be realizing? What will they be offering you? So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm going to look into that. But I'm also going to take a look at what you can do about this situation, what spirit would like you to be focusing on this time, because I feel like you're very closed off from this. I think you're finding a lot of other ways to make yourself very happy or to build stability for yourself. So I'm going to take a look at messages from spirit as far as what your attention should be directed to now that I feel like you've pulled back. I'm going to see more about this person and kind of what their intentions are. And then pull cards for, future energy and whatnot. I'll end up pulling some advice, love oracle cards too. So if that's something that you're interested in taking a look at, the link will be in the description box down below. I will be doing some mid-month reads in the next day or so. And I think that's all that I have for you. So good luck with this, and I'll speak to all of you again soon. Bye.